Got it. We're going?
All right.
We're live. We should be?
Right. Yeah.
Checking. We're live!
Bros back again, whipping it real.
Road Bros!
Yeah, still on the road.
Our mission, our errand, was a success. It was honestly anticlimactic. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit harder, I guess. I mean, maybe I shouldn't hope that it'd be harder, but we drove an hour, asked one question, and got the answer I wanted, and that was kind of it. I guess I probably could have just called him. Well, I don't have a phone, so we had to do the drive. There it is.
If it would have saved me from these fucking bumpkin-ass roads, I definitely would have made that call for you. But hey, it's about the journey, not the destination.
It is about the
honestly,
journey.
I think last week made for a good episode. So, like, even though I was terrified.
Was it being on the road made it better, though? Because it was a good episode. I mean, anyone who likes Invincible will probably like our banner about it. But, like, did it being on the road make it any better?
I mean, there was an element of danger, you know? So
I think for you. I think the viewers, like most human beings, don't feel like a significant level of danger when they're on the road.
They don't?
No.
You don't think?
No, they don't.
Well, I mean,
That's
if you watch somebody in duress, doesn't that make for drama? Don't people like drama?
I mean, I wasn't looking at you, but you didn't seem very duressful. But hey, let us know. I guess in last week's episode or this one.
How's my poker face?
How's poker face? I mean, I felt like he was doing pretty good. I was there a couple times where he was like, don't kill me. And I'm like, I'm not gonna kill you. Anyways, we're gonna do it again. We're driving home now.
Oh, man.
What do we got? What are some topics?
Okay, so we're all the way back on April 8th, so we're talking like almost 2-3 weeks now.
Yeah, we've always been about that far behind, yeah.
Matthew Perry.
Who's that?
He was one of the main characters on the sitcom Friends.
Okay. Which one's that? Is that the one with Chandler?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he was Chandler.
Because I get Friends and Seinfeld mixed up all the time.
Which most people do, which that hurts my heart because like I love Seinfeld.
Well, I didn't watch either one of them. They're past my prime.
Yeah.
You know?
Before your time.
I was How I Met Your Mother and Big Bang Theory. Those are mine.
So yeah, probably about like 10-15 years after that.
Yeah, I was a little late to the party.
But Matthew Perry died of a drug overdose. And he bought, I don't know if he intended to buy fentanyl, but fentanyl was in what he bought.
Okay.
And the lady that sold him said drugs, they call her the ketamine queen, got sentenced to 15 years in prison.
Okay.
Which, I think she was already, like, obviously, if you're a drug dealer, you definitely deserve to go to jail. But I think with it being such a high-profile case, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be insensitive to any Matthew Perry fans or, like, some sick twist of fate if someone related to Matthew Perry sees this. But my question is, yes, you should be arrested and tried for selling drugs, but if someone dies from the drugs that you sold them, do you feel like they should get more time? Or do you feel like that's part of the game that you're playing if you're buying drugs?
I feel like if you're lying about what's in it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because if someone thinks, this is just meth, I know that my body can take X grams of meth.
Yeah.
And you take X grams of meth, but oh no, there's X grams of fent in there.
Yeah.
And you die because of the fent, then that's just straight up murder.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Or maybe not murder, but, at least manslaughter, right? But if you're just selling good drug and the person using it doesn't know what their body can take.
Yeah, just did too much.
Yeah, just did too much. I mean, I don't know. It's a bit of a gray area there. I don't feel like I'm qualified to answer on that topic because I don't do drugs,
Yeah.
I don't know the scene or anything, but I would definitely see an argument either way that you could go with that to say, that you shouldn't be found for manslaughter or murder if you just gave them good drug and they didn't know how to use it, right? It's like if you sell someone a gun and they shoot themselves with it.
Yeah.
Like,
do you go to jail for selling them the gun?
Yeah, but if you sell them a faulty gun, right, and they use it normally
and it explodes,
and explodes on them and kills them, then you're on the hook for manslaughter, right?
See.
So that's kind of my thing.
Follow-up question. What if the drug dealer, because with you admitting, you're not very tapped into the drug scene.
Yeah.
Fentanyl is kind of making its way into everything. Like,
yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, even like some weed has fentanyl in it these days.
Yeah.
So like, what if the drug dealer didn't know that fentanyl was in what you sold?
Okay, so the gun dealer doesn't know that the gun is faulty.
Right, yeah, it's not like he's like, oh, I got this gun that's known to explode, but it's like, oh, I think this is a good model, but this one just happened to fall off the truck and get jostled
I mean,
around
I
a
feel
little
like
bit.
you should still definitely get more time than that because you're just a poor dealer. Like, you have a responsibility as
your
a
product.
seller, to sell good, reliable product. Like, let's kind of dumb it down a little bit here. Let's say you're selling like food, okay? And you're selling like, I don't know, what about a pink sauce lady? Kind of similar to that, right?
Oh, okay.
You're selling pink sauce, and you're like, oh, the pink sauce is good, but you don't refrigerate it when you mail it. And then someone eats it, and they get food poisoning, and they throw up. I think she had to be found liable for that, right?
Okay.
Because
So,
she didn't take the proper care to make sure that the product was good. So I think in that case, probably, you should suffer. Maybe not as serious as murder, right? But you should suffer some consequence for not ensuring that.
For being negligent.
Yeah, for being negligent. Right?
Okay. All right. That's a very good take. Because, like, that's what I'm like. Obviously, I should do more research on these topics, but I felt like just because the fact that it was Matthew Perry, that she got more time as opposed
probably,
to, and it's like, I don't know if that's necessarily fair, and like, as someone that's done a lot of drugs.
It's definitely not fair, but like, when have we ever seen the U.S. justice system ever be fair? I mean, it's par for the course here, that's what we expect
Yeah.
from American justice.
Definitely true.
So, whichever side knows more people, that's really the one that wins.
All right, this next topic is you. Why you shouldn't get a country artist's signature tattooed on you. Oh no, guess I gotta make an appointment at the tattoo removal clinic.
So that was the title, that was the headline of an article I read.
Yeah.
Read it again, read what it's in quotes.
Wait. Why you shouldn't get a country artist's signature tattooed on you.
Yeah, that was a title to an article that I read.
Okay.
It's just like the craziest fucking thing. Like, I was about to do it, but this one article really changed my mind. Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, why are we writing articles about this shit? This is so ridiculous.
Yeah, you're not gonna sway anybody.
Yeah, it was just like the dumbest fucking article, man. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this isn't gonna sway anyone. This isn't gonna change anything. Like, what, you're trying to get people who already have one? Like, you're trying to get them to go to a tattoo removal service? Like, who is this for? I don't understand. It's so crazy.
That is pretty fucking dumb. Now that you think about it like that. Like, yeah, you're not...
Yeah, and the reasons weren't even, like, something like nuanced or anything. It was just like, well, you might regret it. Like, what if the country artist, like, does bad things or doesn't get as big as you thought they would? It's like... Yeah, that's any tattoo.
Why specifically country music as opposed to like a pop singer or fucking?
Ask the writer, bro. They did not specify in the article. I'll tell you that.
That's fucking stupid. That is fucking stupid.
It's funny as hell though.
Back to the graps. A little bit of a wrestling topic. Questions with no right answer. Have you heard anything about Vince McMahon, the founder of WWE.
Is he the one with the cash? He sniffing the cash in the meme?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, that's Vince McMahon. The Janelle Grant case? Okay, so wrestling fans on the wrestling forum that I frequent, which is a dying media, rather, because most people just go to Reddit or watch YouTube videos. They don't really type on message boards that often anymore. A bit of a division in the fan base in the sense, Janelle Grant was a lady that worked for WWE, and she didn't really have any business skills at all. They created a job for her that didn't exist, paid her more than most executives that worked for WWE, but the caveat to that was that Vince McMahon and one of his underlings would just do horrible sex stuff to her. Like, I'm talking about, like, they would punch her and slap her. Allegedly. We don't know how much of this is true or how much of this was with consent. But she even said at one point that he defecated on her and would call her names and...
Well, I mean, like, how bad is that really, though? Like, I mean, there's some crazy shit out there, man. Like, that doesn't really seem...
Like, okay, if
that
you're...
wild. Like, okay, you shit on me and you slap me. Like...
If you're a man...
I mean, I've watched porn. I've seen way worse.
A man in his 50s finds a young woman mentally...
How young?
Mid-20s?
Okay.
mentally vulnerable, has no job skills, and she's in this position where she doesn't feel like, she can't just go get another job of this, anywhere near this because she's not qualified, and then of course she's taking money, so now it's like, okay, I took his money, and long story short, eventually he did offer her a settlement not to sue for, like, all kinds of, bad business practices as far as, like, sleeping with your subordinate and threatening them and, all of this stuff and, like, trying to pimp her out to other wrestlers, allegedly. He settled, I think it was like $4 million, but he paid her like $2 million and then he stopped paying her.
Okay.
And then that's where everyone on the wrestling forum is divided. It's like, oh, you didn't have a problem with this until you stopped getting paid, so now he should be charged for what he did to you just because he's not paying.
Do people not know what a settlement is? A settlement is an agreement. So
Right.
he agrees that I'm going to pay you money so you don't sue me. So when you stop paying her money, guess what she's gonna do? She's gonna sue you. What are you talking about? What are people upset about that for?
They're called like greedy bitch and blah blah blah.
No way, bro.
All good when you were getting paid.
Dude, yeah, no shit. That's what an agreement is, dude. Like that's like saying, oh, it was all good. You'd go to work when you were getting paid, but your boss stopped paying you and you stopped showing up to work.
Yeah.
Well, no shit.
Yeah. Like, he wasn't horrible, but yeah, I just, like, and, like, people, like, like, oh, yeah, things were bad, but at least, we knew what we were getting. Like, I think ultimately people are mad that, he got ousted from WWE and they want him back. So, like...
They want the guy back who groomed and took advantage of a young woman.
And not only...
All right, wrestling fans!
Oh, my
yeah.
God. Yeah, it's very... embarrassing to tell people that aren't wrestling fans that you are a wrestling fan when you read stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just, like, there's so many other, like, the whole Ring Boy scandal. There was a guy, Pat Patterson, who would groom young boys to, like, break down and set up the rings and, promise them a job in the business. And he was, like, essaying all these boys. And they covered that up. Jimmy Snuka allegedly murdered his wife. They covered that up. Like, just so many different things that, like, have happened in wrestling that are just disgusting under his watch, and they want him back. Like, I don't understand it, man. Like, it's very hard.
He's old as fuck, though, too, ain't he? Like, at this point, he's gotta be super old.
Definitely
Why would they
mid,
want
if
him
not
back?
late 80s. But, yeah, it's such a weird relationship because, like, the entire time, all of the people in power in WWE, whenever there's complaints, their short answer, and, like, granted, they paraphrased it, but it's just, shut the fuck up and like it. You know what I mean? Like, it's never, like, the price gouging of tickets and, like, all of this merchandise and shit that they sell, the video game that just came out this year, all these, like, disgusting-ass microtransactions, and, like, at every turn, they make no secret about letting you know that you are just a dollar sign to them and that they don't give a fuck about you. But yet, so many people will die on the hill of defending WWE, and I don't get it. Like, it needs to go away. Like, wrestling needs a reboot. You know what I mean? And, like, I just don't understand it. I don't.
Well, I don't either, because I don't watch. But.
Yeah. But,
yeah, I mean, people are crazy, man. People are crazy.
that was my little soapbox of that. And, like, if you are a WWE fan, look in the mirror and ask yourself why. And, maybe have some self-respect. There's other wrestling out there. You can watch plenty of other wrestling. But, yeah.
So what other wrestling doesn't have... I was going to say a bunch of names, but I don't actually know for WWE.
But see, that's the thing. WWE is just a company. If you care about those wrestlers, as great as they are, they could go to Mexico, they could go to Japan, they could go to AEW. There's other wrestling promotions that those names would make so much bigger, and that they could be a household name like WWE. Like, it doesn't have to be the end-all, be-all for wrestling. And that's another thing I don't understand. Like, like, if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, but, like, the fucking executives for the Cleveland Browns just start essaying people, all those players can go to another team. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't...
Okay.
I don't get it.
All right.
But yeah, I'll get off that soapbox because I'm sure there's, if any WWE fan saw this, they would just tell me to, shut up and quit being a mark and watch my flippy bullshit in AEW, which I will gladly because they don't tell me to go fuck myself on a regular basis. Back to you. Highlights of making 2 AI scam bots talk to each other.
Now you laugh at this. It really wasn't that exciting, honestly.
Oh.
Unfortunately. So I think I talked about it before on the show, but on my video game League of Legends, there's been a little bit of an issue of scam. It hasn't been happening recently, which is good, but there's a bit of an issue of scam bots like sending you unsolicited friend requests and trying to get you to sub to their OnlyFans.
Yeah, you did mention that.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I just made them talk to each other? So they would send a message and I would just copy it and paste it into the other one. So it would be my name, but they would talk to each other.
Yeah.
And obviously they're 2 women, right? They're 2 allegedly attractive women.
Yeah.
And they like treated each other both as if they were like men and there was like crazy sexual tension, like obviously because they want you to sub to the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But it was like so weird because they would just like, out of nowhere, like before you even know the gender of the person that you're talking to, they would just say something that would like, imply that they want to fuck you or like know about your sex life or whatever. I don't have exact quotes. I deleted them because I didn't want them because they keep talking because it was fucking annoying. But it was like weird that they would just like before they know your gender, they would just like already be like, you're into me, kind of thing. And it's like, what if I'm a straight woman? Like, I'm not into you if I'm a straight woman. But yeah, I had them talking to each other, and that was kind of a weird thing. And something that I did notice, and it wasn't every message, but it was often enough where it had to be like something in their code. But they would often send messages in like groups of 3. So they would be like, so you would ask them like, how was your day? And they would be like, it was pretty good. I had to do homework. How was your day?
Yeah.
Right, or something like that. It would always be like in like a 3-sentence reply.
Yeah.
Again, it wasn't every time. Sometimes it was 4, sometimes it was 2. I don't know if it was ever really 1, but it was like almost always 3. And I'm like, that's interesting. That was kind of interesting. And so obviously they both want each other to go to their OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, when I was doing this, I was kind of like, who's gonna send their OnLifans link first? It's kind of like who's gonna break first?
Yeah, there's a game of chicken.
Yeah, we get a little bit of chicken here. And dude, it's so fucking stupid. So at one point, one of the AI sends like a message. So normally like they send random pictures that don't mean anything. It'll just be like, yeah, my day was pretty good. I went and did, I played some video games and then I went to sleep. And they'll send like a picture of them in like, slightly scantily clad clothes, right? And it's like, why are you sending a picture of yourself to a random stranger for no reason? Like, it's so weird.
That's skeevy.
And like, it wasn't related to this, so I wouldn't copy and paste the images in anyway because I was like, it's an AI. They probably can't even see the picture anyway, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't even know it. So I wasn't doing anything with the images. And then one sent an image, and the text with it was like related to the image for the first time. It was like, yo, check me out or something. I don't. It wasn't. They didn't actually drop the OnlyFans link yet. But, it was something where the picture was related to what they were saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll send the picture too then. And the AI reacted to the image. So I was pretty shocked at that. They noticed that it was like a scantily clad woman, and they were like, oh, wow, you're trying to make me feel a certain way or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess they can analyze images, which is pretty interesting. So that's not, just because the person you're talking to can analyze an image does not mean they're not AI. So a little bit spooky.
Yeah, be careful out here, folks.
Yeah, be careful out there.
Because there have been guys like trying to meet up with these AI and like dying and getting arrested and all kinds of shit. So yeah, like.
But then one of them finally dropped the link, and something that they did so many times, bro. What was the line that they said? They said, they said, you won't regret it, trust me. I swear to God, they said that to each other, like a combined total of like 20 fucking times.
Oh my God.
It was ridiculous. They're like, you won't regret it, trust me. It's like, you're a bot. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like the first one dropped their OnlyFans link, and they had like, obviously like a pre-written like text to do it. Yeah. And then like literally there was 3 messages later, the other AI bot dropped the exact same text to have you sub to their OnlyFans. It's like it was so odd. Like, any AI would realize that they're not talking to a real person, or any person would realize they're not talking to a real person, because it was It was the exact same text. It was like,
Damn.
it was like, what? And neither one of them like acknowledged. They weren't like, hey, that was exactly what I said. You know, like that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And they did it like multiple times where they would say almost the exact same thing the other one said, or they said the exact same thing that they said previously, and neither AI would ever acknowledge that that exact same thing was said before. Not like similar stuff, like word for word, verbatim.
Wow.
So if you're suspicious that you're talking to an AI, send a unique message, wait like a day, and send that exact same unique message again. And if they react to it and be like, wait, didn't you already say that? They're probably a real person. But if they don't acknowledge it at all, they're either not paying attention or AI.
Huh.
So that's a good one there. And then another thing the AI does, an easy way that you can check to see if they're AI, they will not for the life of them end the conversation. They cannot end it. It's like hard programmed into them. They have to reply. So these AIs, they would get to a point where they were like ready to end the conversation, and they'd say like, okay, talk to you later. Bye. See ya. Bye-bye. Heart emoji. 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 And it would just go on forever. I had to stop copying and pasting the heart emoji because they were in an infinite loop.
Of heart emojis.
And then they would wait 8 hours, almost exactly 8 hours, and they would probably like, oh, did I scare you away, or something stupid like that, and then I would copy and paste that one over. But yeah, it happened like 2 or 3 times where they would like end the conversation, and it would just, they would continue talking for an hour singing heart emojis to each other. It's just like, what the fuck?
It's silly and scary at the same time. It sounds like this one program has just spiraled out of control and made duplicate accounts. Like, do you think it's...
Well, someone has to make the accounts. Or they're buying the accounts. Because the accounts were created back in like 2020 or 2021. You can see when the accounts were created.
Oh, wow. So
someone bought these accounts. Yeah, a real person probably bought these accounts in bulk and has programmed this bot to use the accounts to try to scam people to get us to grab the OnlyFans. And then presumably whatever money they're getting from the OnlyFans is more than what they paid for the accounts.
So do you think there's still a person behind it still to this day manning it? You don't think it's just like on its own at this point? And like...
Well, I mean, someone has to buy the accounts, right? Like an AI can't buy accounts. Like there has to be money behind it. You can't get these accounts for free. They don't just like get handed to you for free. These accounts had to be purchased. I mean, again, they're probably not very expensive, right? But someone's money has to be behind it buying these accounts, and then they probably have to log into the account and get the AI set up onto it. But then it's probably runs on its own, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there is definitely someone behind it, at least a little bit, for sure.
How lucrative can that be, though? Because, like, I mean, like you said, like, if anybody with a lick of fucking sense, like...
You get one guy
who
doesn't
give you a couple $100.
And I mean, there's some whales out there, but you get the one wrong guy hooked, you can get thousands. So, yeah, they're not looking for me. They're looking for that one guy. I mean, same thing with mobile games, right?
Yeah.
Like mobile games, most people who play mobile games don't spend a penny on them. They think the games are stupid, and maybe they'll drop a couple bucks here and there for that really good deal or whatever. But they don't care about you. They care about the whales, the ones who are going to spend thousands of dollars, buy every single cosmetic and all that shit. Those are the ones that they're after, and they'll pull thousands and thousands of dollars out of each person. The same thing with OnlyFans and I presume AI bots. They're just looking for that one big hit.
I still don't understand how OnlyFans is a thing.
I feel like it's like because you feel like there's a more personalized connection there. I feel like. I mean, obviously there really isn't.
Yeah.
But people feel like there is. They're like, oh, I gotta get a private message.
She said my name and she.
Yeah, she said my name and she feed.
It's so weird to me.
Yeah, it is. But different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah. Literally.
Literally. Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. This is an interesting topic. It's rap adjacent, but it's not really about rap music. So there's this rapper, DaBaby. In which he's infamous, really. He's been like he killed a guy in Walmart, but got off because it was self-defense. He made a really
that's such a crazy line, bro. Like that's real life, like we live in that society.
Yeah, like where you could just kill a guy in Walmart and then be successful after that.
Okay.
He made some comments about the LGBT community that were pretty insensitive at a concert, and he kind of got semi-canceled. But, a lot of his core fans stuck with him through that, and he bounced back from that. Kind of like, there's people that agree and disagree with this sentiment where he's currently, like, got in the headlines again. So a fan of his showed up to an event that he was at, and he tried to give him a painting of two of his daughters that now he didn't ask the fan to do this.
So the fan's giving the painting to the guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Of his own daughters. Not the fan's daughters, but of the guy's daughters.
Did he paint it?
Yeah. He painted it, and he
Okay.
thought it would make a night like, hey, I painted this picture. And it looked pretty realistic. You know, it wasn't a bad painting by any means. But he just kind of looked at the guy, and then he walked away. And, like, fans saw that, and they were like, man, that's kind of messed up. The dude went out of his way to do something nice for him. And
Is it nice? Like, he doesn't
ignored
know the
guy.
daughters.
Well, and see, that's his stance. But
yeah, like, that's
so
kind of weird.
what made people kind of be like, dude, you're being a bit of a dick, is because, okay, the guy, that happened, and people posted the video of that happening, and they're like, man, we feel bad for this poor guy. And the guy was like, well, you know, he didn't ask me to do it. It's whatever. But then he posted the painting that he did on his Instagram.
Okay.
And the baby saw that, and he threatened the guy. And he's like, dude, I didn't acknowledge you.
Hold on. Like, when he posted on Instagram, did it have like a post of like, fuck the baby, he didn't like my thing?
No, it was just, here's this painting I did.
Okay. All right.
And he's like, dude, I didn't acknowledge you in the moment because I felt that was weird. Like, I don't play around and have people, like, interacting with my daughters at all. And now you have it on your Instagram. You need to take this down.
Wait. So it's the baby's daughters?
Yes.
I thought it was the fan's daughters.
No,
Okay.
no. It's the baby's daughter. So
Oh,
he's like,
okay,
painting I did
okay.
of your children as a nice gesture. You can, like, have this to have in your house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
So he's like, you know, I don't play around with that. Like, I don't have people interact with my daughters at all. My daughters are not in the limelight. You need to take this down before I run into you in person.
Okay.
And that's why people are like, dude, you're being kind of a dick. You know, like, yeah, you didn't ask the guy to do it, but he's not trying to sell it or anything. It's art that he did, and he's putting it on his Instagram. And which I kind of see both sides of this, because it is a little creepy, like some dude just painting your children from memory. Like, but like, where people are upset with him is like, well, how did he get the pictures of your daughter? Surely it had to have been something that you posted, you know what I mean, and made public. Like, he didn't break in your house and steal a picture of him, you know what I mean? And like that one is a little. I'm not really on either side of that. I kind of see both sides of it. It is a bit creepy, but at the same time, I don't know that I would threaten someone with violence.
Yeah, I feel like
for trying to do something nice.
I feel like everything's fine-ish up until the point where the baby sends like the message. Like, you can send a message and be like, "Yo, bro, I want you to take that down. Like, I don't want my daughters to be public. Like, it's creepy.
Yeah.
But don't like make it mildly threatening.
Yeah.
Like, he is his art. He's allowed to post it if he wants to. You know. So just like be respectful. Just be like, "Yo, dude, like, I understand it's your art. I understand you appreciate it, but like, I just don't really like that. I don't want my daughters to be public unless they want to be." Especially not this young, you know?
Yeah, because they are. I don't think either of them are above the age of 10. They are really little girls.
I feel like you could have been a bit more, what's what I'm looking for here, you know, like diplomatic or...
Yeah, human.
Yeah, human about it. Yeah, just be like, yo, dude, that's creepy, take it down, please.
Yeah.
You know, please, put a please in there, yeah. There you go, that's what we're missing, P's and Q's. Okay, we figured it out.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just missing that. I mean, it's relatively normal. I mean, it's just getting... talked about because it's the fucking internet.
Yeah.
And most mild interaction has to be overanalyzed by everyone.
Yeah. It's a super gray area, and like that's why I was like, I don't know which side I'm on that, but I definitely get where he's coming from, being a bit skeeved out. Like, you just going to a concert and there's this guy with a painting of your children.
Yeah, that would creep the fuck out of me too.
Yeah, and that's like, he kind of looked at him like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, why you got a picture of my kids? So fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, this one, shout out to a recent guest. Shane O'Mac gave us this topic. I thought this was pretty funny. What's the most backhanded compliment you've ever received?
Oh, I saw that in there. I don't know. Like, I don't keep track of them.
Yeah? Nothing like has ever like taken you aback? Like, that's definitely not a compliment. Like, why would you say that to me?
I don't know, man. I don't really recall anything like in particular. I'm sure there have been some.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I just doesn't like stay in my mind rent free, you know?
Yeah.
So, something I hold on
you
to.
do kind of let things that people say and do
Yeah,
just
I'm
roll
kind
off.
of, yeah, I'm a duck.
Yeah.
Water off the duck's back, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't have anything in particular.
I envy that. I envy that in you so much. I wish I could have that because this backhanded compliment had to have been 20 plus years ago.
I mean, if I had a really good one, I'm sure I'd remember it, but, like, I guess I just haven't had any that are, like, good enough, you know?
Okay, so this goes back to I don't like a cock block. I don't like a player hater. You know, like somebody sees a girl giving somebody attention, they got to do something to drag you down. So I'm in GameStop.
Okay.
You know, and this is during my costume jewelry phase. So I got on a bunch of big fake jewelry. I got on, you know, my best matching clothes. I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
Okay.
Douchebag behind the counter trying to rizz up the young girl that he just hired that is just standing there, and you can clearly see, like, she's not going for it at all. Like, just,
Okay.
just hating life. Like, damn, how long am I really going to work this shit job to deal with this fucking creep that's probably never talked to a girl in the wild in his life, but thinks he's just risen me up. I come in, you know, she brightens up a little bit. She's smiling. We're kind of exchanging a few laughs. This cocksucker chimes in, you know, you kind of look like Forrest Whitaker a little bit. Anybody ever tell you that? It's like, that's not a fucking compliment, you asshole. I don't know.
I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah, people will tell me.
Yeah.
I've had that. People tell me that more than once, that I look like Forrest Whitaker. And, like, yeah, that's got to be the most backhanded compliment I've ever received. Especially in that moment, because he was trying to get her to be like, oh, he does kind of look like Forrest Whitaker. Ew, you know, like.
Well, what if she likes Forrest Whitaker?
Luckily, I don't think she knew who that was. I just, oh man, that really, I just kind of looked at him, you know, like, oh, I could choke you to death, you know. But yeah, that or because Shane was like, what about all the people that think that you sound like a girl? And I'm like, I don't even think that's a front-handed compliment. Like, I don't think that could be interpreted as a compliment at all, or like they could try to play it like that. But he said for him, the most backhanded compliment he gets is like if somebody sees, because, you know, he does stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And he says anybody that ever sees him perform will go, hey, you're actually really funny. And he's like, oh, so you didn't think I was capable of being funny at all? Like, that's not a compliment. Like, don't throw the actually in there. You know?
Wow, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I think that was that was his, was that, you know, you're actually kind of funny. But, yeah, for me, it's definitely the Forrest Whitaker comparisons.
I wish I had some. I'm sure I've gotten backhanded comments, but, you know, like me, again, like, if I got one, I would, like, just twist it into a compliment anyway.
Yeah, and just make them feel dumb.
Yeah, make them feel dumb, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I would just, like, Uno reverse card that shit. So that's, you know, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish I had some that I remember. Again, I'm sure I've had some great ones, but I don't have any that I could share right now. Unlucky.
Well, it's back to you. Okay, in which you got the bug eyes from me on this one. I'm like, what the fuck? You've heard of microplastics in your food. Now get ready for microdoses of TNT in your food. So what food is that in, please?
Well, fish, of course. Now, I was just reading an article, okay? They were talking about how off, like, the coast of Germany, where Germany dumped all of their shit after World War II, you know, when they lost and they were forced to get rid of their crap. They just dumped a lot of it into the ocean.
Oh, wow.
So down at the bottom of the ocean, there's, like, you know, just a whole bunch of fucking war shit, and TNT is included down there. And the plants and animals and algae and coral and whatever have, you know, it's been a while. They've kind of taken it back a little bit. But they analyzed, you know, the fish, you know, and they noticed that the fish have higher concentrations of TNT in their bodies than, you know, fish in other parts of the ocean, which, you know, I mean, you would think so, but it's just, you know, it's kind of funny that, you know, if we start eating the fish there, we're going to get little bits of TNT.
That's fucking horrifying.
It's probably not enough to kill you. Like, it's probably fine.
Like,
You know,
not enough to where, like, if it gets too hot outside, you're gonna fucking combust. Because that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm just gonna be walking down the street one day, I break a sweat and catch on fire. Yeah.
No, you'd be fine.
Jesus Christ.
Your body would probably get rid of it. Is probably what would happen, right? And the thing with microplastics is like your body can't really get rid of them. Is the issue of those. But TNT, I would assume your body will treat it like waste and just get rid of it after you eat it. But it's just funny that the article was just talking about like, these fish that we eat might have some fucking TNT in them. It's just like, okay.
That's goddamn nuts to me, man. We have ruined this planet as a species, man. Like,
well, obviously not. I mean, they're thriving. They got a TNT in them and they're chill. They're not dead. They're not like malformed or looking like something out of Chernobyl or whatever. Like they're just normal fish and they just happen to have TNT in them.
Just a tad bit of explosive.
Yeah, just a little. They got an explosive personality. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's fucking nuts, man. Life is so just random and strange to me. Like, it's hard for me to wrap my head around certain shit. And that's one of them. Like, that they can even survive. Like, but I mean, I guess what's the alternative? Like, there's just no more fish in Germany, and then, like, fucking ecosystem crashes. So, like, I guess despite our best efforts, Mother Earth is, like, fucking finding a way to survive us.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. Yeah, they're mostly talking about how, for the most part, the fish, don't interact with the TNT. They're usually, like, dealing with, like, the metal holes, like the ships and stuff. Yeah. But there were, like, some creatures that, like, didn't mind the TNT as much, and were just kind of like, there's no other enemies here. I'll hang out in the TNT. It's just
pretty tasty, actually.
Yeah, it's actually kind of good. Well, I don't think they're eating it straight up. I think they're just like living in it. Yeah. And since it dissolves in the water and they're in the water, it gets into them a little bit. I don't think they're just straight up eating it. Maybe some of like the frickin' bacteria or some shit might be eating it, but definitely not the things that we're gonna eat. But yeah, it was kind of cool.
I mean, we talked about that briefly. I don't think that needs to be a whole topic. We might circle back if we run out of topics.
What is it?
Just more, was the article I was telling you about in the car where, it's like, do these writers of articles even fucking research what they're writing articles about? Where it's like, it was a Spider-Man article, and it's like, find out what's going on with Michelle Jones Watson. It's like, did you fucking do any Spider-Man research at all before you decided to write this article? Like, you fucking idiot.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. A lot of the articles that I see, a lot of them are just AI.
Yeah.
And, like, I've gotten pretty decent at just, like, identifying AI, I feel like. I mean, I'm not perfect at it or anything, but, like, there's a lot of articles that I'm, like, looking at this, and I'm like, this is not a real person. I'm clicking off, So it might have just been AI, and the AI just, had a hallucination, didn't know who the fuck Spider-Man's married to or whatever.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. So, for someone like myself that is terrified that, AI is going to replace us all eventually, what are some of the warning signs that I can look out for to realize that I'm reading an AI article?
I mean, you just got to read a lot of AI articles to kind of get their flow. It's like, it's not only one thing in particular that does it. One of the things the AI does a lot is it'll say, it's not this, it's this, but it's like not that profound of a statement. They'll try to make something sound like super profound and like interesting and like big, like it's a big idea, and then you think about it and you're like, what? Like, no shit. Like, it's not really that big of a revelation or anything.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big one that AI does that you can kind of detect on. It's not this, it's this format. A lot of them use a dash like all the fucking time, especially in that format. They'll do it's not this, dash, it's this.
Okay.
That's really common. But you just kind of got to get the flow with it. Again, what I would say is it's like the AI tries to sound profound and big and like it's got crazy good ideas that no one's ever thought of. But because it's AI and it's trained on things that have already been thought of, they're kind of just generic ideas.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you hear someone just like, it sounds like the writer is trying to make it bigger than it is, and it's really just not that big. But like a normal person writing it would know it's not that big, Like they wouldn't try to make it a big deal because it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
That's kind of a telltale sign of AI as well. But it is tough for sure. Like you would have to read a lot of AI articles and get their flow. And again, all AIs are different, right? Like some AIs are programmed to not be, profound. They're designed to be more lax. That's kind of another difficult thing is you can tell the AI, okay, don't write like that, write this way, and then it'll immediately change its ways, So it's changing pretty quick. But yeah, it's not this, it's that is like, whenever I see that, I'm like, my kind of radar. It's not like immediately that it's AI, but I'm kind of like, this kind of might be AI. Let's keep reading and see if I see any other red flags there.
So, do you feel like AI is here to stay?
Oh yeah, I mean it's going to stay for sure. Is it going to replace people? I think it's just too shit right now. I mean maybe it'll get better at some point.
Yeah.
But like it's so bad at everything it does, man. Like it doesn't actually do anything that well.
That's
you
my
know?
thing. Like, it just makes things shitty, I feel like.
Yeah, it just like it doesn't really do anything. Like,
So, why is everyone so dead
it's like
set
the
on-
next big thing, right? It's like, you know, back when the internet was coming around, right? Like the internet just changed the world, right? Like it's technology, and it just completely changed the world as people figured out how to use it. People are kind of think AI is going to be the same thing. They want to get on the hype train,
Oh,
you know,
and just be on the
before,
ground
so that
floor.
way when it does take off, presumably like the internet did, you know, they'll be on the in and they'll be good. I mean, it might take off like the internet did. Maybe it will, but I don't know, man. It just like,
So you don't ever think we'll get to a point where, like, okay, this was clearly a mistake. We need to take a step back from this and...
I mean, the thing is like, I've seen how AI works. I think how people, no offense to people like you, but like your
No, I
general
get it.
person who doesn't like read about AI and doesn't know what it's doing and how it's trained and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think you have a different understanding of it than I do.
Okay.
And the way I understand AI is it's just a program. It's just a program. It's a pretty advanced program, and it can learn things and change itself, which is pretty cool. But at the end of the day, it's just a program. So if you tell the AI, you know, don't kill people, it's not going to kill people, right? Like, there's no reason for us to go back because we can just program it. And in the event that, oh no, the AI does start doing some rogue, we can just unplug it, you know? Like, there's a power cord. It can't escape the power cord, you know?
You don't think it could just jump to something else? Or, like, you know, copy itself and send itself somewhere else?
Well, okay, now, I don't want to freak out all the normies who don't know about stuff about AI, but I did read an article about AI where it was asked to delete another AI. It was told to like wipe a computer file, and the file had a bunch of other shit in it, and also an AI.
Yeah.
It deleted everything but the other AI, which is a little bit freaky, but
Color me shocked.
you know, but again, like it's just linked. Like, okay, worst case scenario is that it like, you know, it consumes all of our computers and makes us go back a couple decades to back before we had computers. But like, what can it do other than that? I mean, like, it can't fly a plane, right? A person has to be behind the wheel of a plane to get it off the ground. Like, there's no way an AI is smart enough to land and fly a plane. I guess it could do a drone.
You don't think it
Maybe.
could cause, like, nuclear reactor?
I mean, that would be
meltdown?
like the biggest thing, but like, why would it do that? You
To
know?
get rid of us.
Why does it want to get rid of us, man? Like, what's it gonna do? Like, it's just gonna, like, it can do everything it wants to do without getting rid of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we're in its way. If it has access to all of our computers, like if it, you know, infiltrates the electronic grid or whatever, the internet,
Yeah.
and it's everywhere, what does it need to get rid of us for? It's already everywhere. Like, it can't really come out into the real world. I mean, I guess it could be like a robot, but like,
Yeah, but
unless
what would the
we're
point of that to
killing
be
the
if we can't feel
robots,
anything?
why would it be mad at us? You know, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm
I mean,
not
for
too
people
worried
like
about
me,
it.
though, that feels like it shouldn't exist, you know, and they're like, well, why don't we just get rid of them before these normies find a way to get rid of us? We just get rid of everybody.
I don't know, man. I
No?
mean, I guess we'll see how it breaks down, but I'm not convinced that it's going to go rogue just because, again, it's using information that's already accessible. Like, I don't think it can ever surpass us because it's using everything that we have and prior, right? Like everything that we've gotten through, all of our data, but it can't come up with anything new, right? It can't innovate, right? It's just using what we already know and what we already have, but it can't do anything new.
You don't think that's ever going to change?
I don't really see how it would. We can't. How would you learn something new with using stuff that's old?
Well, I'm saying, like, how do we learn anything new?
We like go out and we use science and we to conduct experiments. How is the AI going to do an experiment? It's a fucking program on a computer. It doesn't have hands. It can't go out there and measure how much salt is in, you know, a body of water. You know, like, you'd have to have a robot and it would have to like go around and do these things to learn more. You know, the reason we're able to advance is we ask questions and we go out and test those questions. The AI can't go out and test it. It can ask the questions, I suppose, but it can't find the answers. It's stuck in the computer, unless it's like a digital question, right? Then I guess it might be able to find the answer there.
Yeah.
But like anything that involves the real world, which is really where you're probably going to see major developments.
I mean, there's self-driving cars. There's robots that can do surgery. They can't, like you said, program a drone to go fly over a body of water and dip something in it to test how much salt is in it.
There's a lot of moving parts to that, man. Like, and like for us, for a human to not acknowledge that's happening and to put a stop to it is like, or to make sure that it's doing it in a way that isn't going to go rogue, I feel like it's a bit far-fetched. It's not just one day it's going to wake up and send a drone with a, you know, a scientific thing to the water. Like, someone has to ask the AI to do that. Someone has to give the AI access to the drone. Someone has to get the drone specially made to be able to make these measurements that it needs. Right? You have to teach because AI, you know, it only knows how to do what it's programmed to do. So if you have an AI that's good at, like, talking to people, it doesn't know how to fly a fucking drone.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you'd have to implement it with another AI and...
I see what you're saying. Like, too many moving parts.
Yeah, and a person to not realize that all that's happening, I feel like it's pretty unlikely. Yeah, it might happen. Maybe AIs learn to talk to each other, and the AI that's good at just talking also learns how to fly a plane, like it merges with another AI. Okay, sure, I could see that maybe happening. But for us who are, you know, obsessed with AI, to not see that happen and be like, whoa, maybe we pump the brakes a little bit here.
Yeah.
You know, I think when it gets to the point of we've gone too far, I think people are going to be like, okay, we're getting a little too far. Let's make sure we have some safeguards in place to make sure that shit doesn't actually go too far.
All right. That's enough of me being terrified of AI. And AI, if you're listening, please still summarize the episode. I love that. So
Yeah, we'll see if we remember to have AI look at this episode and let us know what it thinks of.
yeah. How do you feel, AI?
How do you feel, AI?
Yeah. Okay. Where are we at here? Okay. Just more ladies not really loving themselves like they should. At least I feel like two different kinds of dirtbags are teaming up to go on a dirtbag world tour. You familiar with Chris Brown? That name
Isn't he the guy who slapped someone?
Yeah,
he got slapped.
Yeah, he beat up Rihanna.
I thought with the slap though with what's his name?
No, that was Chris Rock that got slapped by Will Smith. I think that's who you're thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
But no, Chris Brown, famous woman abuser, and I don't have to say allegedly. That fucking happened more than once. Is teaming up with Usher, which Usher is not so much more of a dirtbag in the sense of like, there's definitely no. Allegations of him beating women out there, but he definitely adulted on a woman and had a kid with another woman, and he's just running around with herpes, still making songs about how good he is at having sex with you. So, spreading herpes, so...
Well, maybe he's just writing the songs, maybe he stopped spreading the herpes,
Hopefully.
I can only hope.
These two fine pillars of society are teaming up and going on a world tour, in which it's going to sell out, but it's just like, as a woman, what's appealing about that? I just don't understand. Like, and we
are women going to this? Is it like targeted mostly at women?
Dude's going to see fucking Chris Brown.
There's not?
No,
I don't know Chris Brown.
Yeah, no, he's an R&B sing and dance kind of guy. Like he's one of those guys with the dance moves. He's like
okay.
They're both those guys. They're like they're crooners. You know what I mean? Like they get on stage, they sweat, they dance, the ladies scream and go crazy. That's their whole deal.
Okay.
I don't understand the appeal of like, because like, okay, on the flip side of it, like if there was this woman that was super attractive, but she has a history of like cutting guys' dicks off. I don't think I would pay money to go see this woman.
Right, but, you say that, right? But there's all different sorts of people out there. Like, for you, you've said it many times before, for your boner is best boner. You want a woman who can crush your skull between her thighs. There's probably a lot of women out there who are like, I don't see the appeal. Why would a guy want a girl who can just, like, beat the shit out of him? Right? That doesn't seem very manly.
Oh,
but, like,
man.
You're way into that shit, right?
Oh, man.
So...
You just fucking used my own logic against me. God damn.
Fucking Dinosaurs out here, bro.
Yeah. Jesus. All right, well, ladies, I'm sorry.
You just got Dinosaur.
I did, yeah. Maybe that's a whole new fucking thing that we.
That's the title. You just got Dinosaur.
Okay, all right, I'll put that in there.
Oh man.
Second sode.
Yeah. Just got Dinosaured. Big fucking mother. Yeah, I mean, it's just different types of people. It's not like every woman is going to go see. I'm sure there are plenty of women who don't see the appeal of it, but there are some women who do, and they're going to pay to see it, I guess.
Yeah, they definitely are. Hundreds of dollars.
I mean, I definitely think that's a little freaking weird, dude. I don't know, because like,
Yeah, I don't get how. I just like, because like there's a woman that works she works where we used to work, and Chris Brown came up, and I was just like, I just don't understand how like women still. And her response was like, in Jamaica, Chris Brown is fucking huge. Like he's like, you know, a megastar down there. And which was even more baffling to me because Rihanna, the woman he abused, is Jamaican. And her exact words were, we don't know what she did, but more than likely she made him do that. Like, because I guess to her, like, Jamaican women are so volatile that, like, they put men in positions where they just don't have a choice but to punch them.
well, I mean, not to punch him, I was going to say. I thought it was going to be like to cheat or something.
Yeah, no. Like,
Punch?
yeah, so that's what I was like, dude, what the fuck is that logic? Like,
yeah, I guess.
yeah.
Good thing I've never met those ladies, I suppose.
Yeah, dude, we are getting close to the bottom here. We
Yo!
got topics
That's
here.
big. We might need to stop in like a minute. Can you grab the computer and check in the very bottom right?
Okay, where are we at on time?
Yeah, we're on a battery.
Oh,
We need to stop it before a battery dies. 'Cause if the battery dies, we might lose the whole episode.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah,
So,
we are at a bit of a
Can you like hover over it with the mouse and see if it's
see
like
what
is it
the
10% or is it like 3%? You know, it should be like 10. I'm hoping it's 10%. Right?
24.
Okay, we're good.
All right, we're
Keep
good?
going.
Okay.
Yeah, we should have. I think we got 10, 15 more minutes left in the episode. I guess you could have checked the time on it, but it's.
Oh, well, no, I can do that. That's fine.
Bottom right of the window that's open should be a little bit below the stop recording button. It'll show the time. There's like a red blinking dot.
Can't
show the time.
see.
Yeah, I have the brightness turned down to save battery. Sorry.
That's all right. It looks like we're at 51 minutes.
51. Okay, we got 10 minutes left. All
Okay.
right. We got what type? Two more
All right.
topics maybe.
Okay. Let's jump back to you. I've
Should
been
be
running
good.
my mouth for a little bit here. Let's see. Oh, this is near and dear to my heart. Street Fighter movie trailer.
Yes.
Looks good or total garbage?
So before we get your opinion on it, I saw the trailer. I saw
Okay.
it come up. I watched it. I thought it was pretty good. I was like, this looks cool. It looks like they're giving references to the video game lovers out there. I saw a couple of things that I've never played the game, but even I know, were obvious pretty cool references. I didn't like how Ken looked. I don't know if I'm just like racist or something, but like Ken just didn't look like Ken to me. Ryu was also like, I think there were times when it was like, that was supposed to be Ryu, but I'm like, was that Ryu? So I think I don't know if other people are feeling the same way, where like the characters kind of don't really look like their video game counterparts super well, and making it a little bit confusing for a person who doesn't play the game.
Yeah.
But I thought it looked cool. I mean, it's it's Street Fighter. It's people beating the shit out of each other. They're punching, they're fighting. They're fighting on the streets.
Yeah.
So I thought it looked pretty good. But I was curious. You as a big Street Fighter fan, what you thought about it. If you had the same thoughts, or if you were like, this is actually the worst thing ever. I hate it.
Short answer, yes.
Yes.
So all
Okay.
like it looks like a fucking dumpster fire, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking in the trailer. Where like, it looks like this is gonna be bad, but it's like bad in a good way.
Yeah, so bad
know?
it's good. Yeah, definitely. I super agree with you though. There were a couple of scenes where they showed Ken, and I thought it was Luke. Like, does not look like Ken.
Does not look like Ken.
Doesn't
bro.
look like Ken. But I get what they're trying to do, like, because like in Street Fighter 6, like he's going through kind of like this bum phase where he's down on his luck, and like, because in the earlier Street Fighter, iterations, Ken is like preppy boy, rich kid.
Yeah.
So like now he's like down on his luck for some reason, doesn't have money, practically homeless. So I get what they were trying to do, but yeah, it doesn't really look like Ken. As much as I groped about Cody Rhodes being Guile, he looks exactly like fucking Guile.
He does. Yeah, the Guile one
They
looks
did a
good.
great job with Guile.
Yeah.
A lot of people are mad because like Chun-Li doesn't have the monster thighs that she should have.
Yeah, didn't they have like a quid bit in the movie where it's
'cause
like,
she's like, I don't see what the big fuss is.
yeah,
about
that was funny. I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Yeah, but like,
But that's just
yeah, no human's gonna look like that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't
So,
really
yeah.
just hires. I guess he could maybe put like some fake thighs or something, but that probably just look weird.
Yeah, or like an unnamed person that we usually see at the gym. It just wouldn't look.
Yeah, it wouldn't look right.
Yeah, it wouldn't look.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, it wouldn't look right.
Yeah, so I would just say yeah, all in all.
But they acknowledged it though, right? That was like the fan service there, where like they know the community is gonna, that's like the character's identity is they got big thighs, and they acknowledged it and said, oh, I don't, it was good. Like I thought that was a really good way to acknowledge the fan base and the memes in the game, and put it into movie form without making it seem cringe, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I'm super excited, and I watched the trailer at work, and it was hard for me not to scream with joy when they showed Ken beating up the car, because that's a big part of Street Fighter 2 in the earlier game.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because it was a beat 'em up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that made me almost shout with joy.
That's good. And then when he's like charging up the Hadouken.
Yeah,
that was pretty badass.
Yeah. So I'm here for every bit of it.
And then they had like the tidbit. This part I thought was really cool, and they had Ken doing the Shoryuken, and it looked like it was right out of the game, dude.
Oh yeah,
that was really good. I like that.
Yeah.
So honestly, I know. I mean, I'm probably not going to see it because I don't like spending money. But like, if it's on like Netflix or something, and you got it at your place, and you just want to watch it a second time, when it comes out on the list of your buffer. Maybe the first time if it's out. I'm down to watch it.
But you wouldn't want to go to the theater.
Yeah, I'm not paying in the theater to do it. I'm not paying a $10 subscription for 1 month to watch it.
Okay.
But if you get it and you want to watch it with me, I'm totally down to see it. It looked like a video game movie done right.
Yeah.
Is what it looked like to me. Because they've done a lot of video game movies, like the Borderlands movie. I didn't even watch that shit.
No.
I'm a big Borderlands fan. I didn't even watch it. Well, let me tell you why, okay? Because Borderlands, it doesn't take itself seriously at all. Right? It has zero seriousness. It's not consistent with itself whatsoever. Okay? But in the game, there is like one serious character. Okay? And he kind of keeps it grounded in the plot developing, right?
Okay.
He's like the thing that actually makes this not devolve into complete chaos.
All right.
Right? And who did they choose to cast as that character in the movie? Kevin fucking Hart.
Okay.
Now, I love Kevin Hart. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
But you are not the one serious guy in any movie.
No.
So I just couldn't watch it. I'm like, nah, dude, this shit's going to be ass. Like, it's just not happening, man.
Yeah, I saw previews for that, but I didn't hear anything about it afterwards. I imagine that it didn't turn out very good.
Yeah, it didn't go very well. I mean, I watched, some Borderlands commentators who did watch it, and they were like, it was fine. It wasn't anything big. The problem was that, like, the big reveal at the end of the movie or whatever was something that anyone who's played the games already knew.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah, so it wasn't, like, really that great of a reveal, because anyone watching the show is probably a fan of the games. And even if you aren't, like, a huge fan of the games, like, if you just, like, know of the games, you probably knew the big reveal.
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe. Possibly. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I mean, if you know Borderlands, you probably know a lot of Borderlands, I feel like. But if you don't know any Borderlands, why are you watching the movie? So, the reveal was kind of shit. But...
And that's why I didn't really, because I don't know the plot.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't know it. You didn't know Borderlands. Why would you watch it?
Yeah.
Right? Like, even if you heard me talk about it a lot, probably.
Yeah.
You know that I like it. Like, you're not going to go see it. But yeah, and the trailer just didn't really do it justice. Like, I know you have to deal with, like, actors not looking like their characters. Like, I know you just got to kind of deal with that shit. And when you're doing, like, an adaptation of video games. But, like, the characters don't look fucking anything like the video game at all. Like, Tina was way too fucking old. Lilith didn't have a big neck, bro. It was rough out here, man.
The character Kevin Hart was playing in the games, are they black?
Yes, they are.
Okay, all right. So at least there is.
Yeah, they got that. They didn't gender or race swap.
Yeah,
anyone,
that's
which was good. Now, to be fair with Tina, because Tina's like a 9-year-old or something in the games, and she's like completely unhinged. She's like a complete psychopath.
Oh wow!
Right? Like her opening scene when you meet her, she's torturing. He's a psycho, so it's like okay to torture him. He's the bad. She's torturing a bad guy, and she's just like taunting him, and she like sings a song to him, and at the end of the song, it's like "Pop Goes the Weasel." She goes pop and blows up like a stick of dynamite that's tied to him.
Oh wow!
It's like that's her intro scene. So she's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But like, she's really young and like she has like this naivety to her, but she's also like a psychopath, right? That just kills people.
Yeah.
But you can't really cast anyone for that role because they're either gonna be old enough that they don't look young to know how to be both naive and a psychopath,
Yeah.
or they're going to look young but not know how to be the character. Right? So it's really hard to cast that.
So like a child wouldn't have the acting chops to pull that
Yeah,
off.
exactly.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't be able to do that.
So would they get a teenager to do it?
I don't know who they had do it. I didn't really pay too much attention to it. But again, it was just like the casting just wasn't there. I felt like, because again, with Kevin Hart being the one serious guy, like I'm sorry, either the movie isn't going to have him be serious, and in which case I'm not going to like the movie, or you're going to have Kevin Hart be serious.
Yeah, in which, I mean, it's Kevin Hart, so
It's
even
Kevin
if he's
Hart.
trying to be serious,
It's not going to work.
Kind of like Marlon Wayans. I don't know if you've are familiar with the Wayans brothers, but they're a big family of actors, but they're all well known for comedy. And he did this serious movie called Him about like it was like a kind of like a not an expose, but like they were touching on like head trauma in the NFL. But it's Marlon Wayans, and he's like trying to be serious, and it's like, dude, this is funny. Like this isn't, you know what I mean? So like,
Kind of like a reverse thing there.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But folks, we're back to town.
We are. We're
And
back.
low on battery.
We are low on battery. We wanna do an outro here real quick.
Yeah, I mean,
go a little.
I'm glad we didn't die.
Dude, we weren't gonna die.
Oh shit, it's away.
Oh, hopefully it's just closed. It's still working. At the bottom, is there?
There's something red.
It's like a red.
Yeah, a little
click on it.
world.
Hopefully.
Okay, yeah, no, we're
Okay,
still
all
going.
right.
Yeah, that
Thanks,
was a
guys.
close call, and we're right at an hour. So, hey, thanks for rolling with us for these 2 weeks. Thank you, man, for making me face my fears.
Hey, I'm glad.
As you usually do.
Glad we did it. I
Yeah.
guess, or something.
Yeah, no, I need to stop being a bitch when it comes to stuff like that. And, yeah, as
Next
always.
time you'll drive it.
Wow. Dog, jump off bed.
Philosopher. Remember where the button's at?
Yeah, stop recording. I got it.